Everybody, we are back. It is Taped on Live's favorites, podcast favorites, channel favorites, everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Also follow us on Twitter at the Mark John NFL for me, at Glenn Rockney for Glenn, and of course, pandasubs.com. Discount code TDL for 25% off. Also, make sure you go to Homage. Boom. Get you some Raiders gear. I got my Homage on today. I was going to wear my Raiders TDL hat, which we're going to be giving out one of those today.
No.
We're getting out TDL hats today. We're going to do another raffle here. So you guys want to go ahead and give that. We'll do like $199 today. A little $199. Get a TDL hat. Right?
Very nice.
Very nice. Right? And I want to also, before we start, get some shout outs to some people here. Got some people who took some pictures here in the shirt. I do Checkmate. You know what I'm saying? He's rocking the taped online here. Of course, you got Baby Shug.
Oh yeah,
in the sweater.
That's how I pictured he would look.
Oh man, that's how you got Baby Shug there, right? I got my dude Omar. You know what I'm saying? Rocking the shirt. And then we got my dude Alan Bell rocking the shirt.
Rocking it with the Crosby jersey.
And the hat. He's got the hat too. He's all decked out.
It looks like an autograph Crosby thing. Flexing for it, and he didn't have to do it. I love it. Love it all, guys. So appreciate you guys supporting the channel and all of that. That's Baby Shug, but right there. It's Baby Shug right there. Yep, that's him.
It looks like he's at the family party, at the family gathering.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All those jail things seem to make sense now that he was saying. They're trying to put me in jail. I was like, oh, I see.
Yeah, man. All right. So we're here talking about Raider stuff. We're gonna do too many over-unders today. We're gonna do looking at some free agents, early look at free agency. We're not gonna do a full deep dive. But early
just
look.
Some names.
Just some names.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't know exactly what they're going to do, but just some names here. And look at that. And then talk about some other topics to answer you guys' questions, man. So how you feeling, Glenn?
All right. Absolutely got my bets wrong yesterday for college football. I had no clue what was going on. It was like I'd never watched football in my life. I started questioning things. I mean, here I am thinking the over's going to hit in Oregon, Texas Tech. I kind of didn't realize that Texas Tech outside of the Big 12 can't throw a forward pass. They were hitting like 40 points a year on off. People act like they never had an offense. They scored all the time. They play Oregon, nothing, right? And then I'm thinking, then I go, Mendoza. I like Mendoza a lot. He's my QB1, but Ty Simpson's going to come in there and cover +7. My goodness. No, they did not. Those were horrible games. And then the game I didn't care about ended up being the best game. I didn't care about Ole Miss and Georgia. I thought that was just SEC nonsense. Nope.
Yeah.
That was an incredible game.
I know. And Chambliss went off.
That's interesting, right?
Yeah. Now he got Dane Brewer tweeting about him like he's never watched him before. Like, come on, Dane. You ever? I watched him. Like I did it for like the Draft Fanatics. So I've watched him before.
Yeah.
And his tape is not bad. It's pretty good tape. I mean, he's quick release, man. He makes quick decisions. He looks better than Jackson Dart. Tell you that. That's the first thing I thought in my head is like Jackson Dart goes one. This dude's better than him. When I watched this film before, but he's just short. I know how I am with that. So
how tall is he?
Maybe 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, I think that's going to hurt him. I mean, obviously he's going to get drafted. I mean, the guy's got a good arm. I mean, his arm strength is really good. Obviously his movement ability. It's just like I was looking, I'm like every year when I'd watch him, I'm like, this guy can play, but he is short. And I don't know. I've seen guys, it just looks a lot different in the NFL. So we'll see. Yeah. I mean, rooting for the guy though. He seems like a good dude too.
Yeah. He can play though, man. Like I said, quick release.
Yeah.
A lot of people call him Russell Wilson and stuff like that. I mean, it's a little bit like Kyler Murray, but like it is a little bit. I feel bad for him to say that, but
I think he's a little less like run around by time. I think he plays a little more determined than Kyler does. I'll say that much. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a 6'5" guy for Indiana that I like. 6'5".
Yeah. 6'5", about 220 pounds.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked really good yesterday. haven't watched the film, but it's only 16 throws anyway, so it's not that too much for me to watch. But I mean, he was 14 and 16, and he had some great throws.
He was killing them. I mean, it was like I was watching this and I was like, do not win this game Sunday. Do not win this game because he is a Raider. Like they're gonna take him. That's the thing. He's like Brady's not passing that up. Brady will pound the table and say I think he was on Fox. Brady was on Fox with his little OJ isotoners on, like saying like I love this kid. Like basically, so. Even if they do, I will say, even if they do win this game, they can still trade up to 1, which I would do. That was my takeaway from the Indiana game was, okay, let's say on the off chance the Raiders beat the Chiefs this weekend. I don't expect it to happen, but let's say they do. I would trade up to 1 for the Giants because I don't think the Giants want to trade back that far. I don't think they want to trade back to like 8 or 9 with somebody. I know you'd get a bunch of picks. You'd definitely get a higher price, but the Giants are going to want to stay there and still get like a top player, or they're going to want to be in the top 3, in my opinion. So it's going to be between, it's not a place I want to be, but if you're 2, I just go, what do you want for 1? I'll do it now, before the draft. So we'll see. I think it's Mendoza. I think Mendoza's QB1, and we're going to see him against Moore this week, which is really going to be something, I think. But, man, I don't understand. I'm not understanding the slander around the guy or anything. He just keeps proving people wrong. He can run.
Yeah, I don't get the slander with him either. I mean, I think a lot of people just, he's kind of goofy. That's really what it is.
I think if he like if he was like listening to like NBA YoungBoy or something, doing a dance or something. That's all he had to do. Even if he looked weird doing the dance, I think people will go, "That's cool." I love him. Swagged out. Dude, he plays swagged out. He doesn't play like a nerd.
Exactly. If he was more like Jackson Dart, like doing like, what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Doing the cool dances.
Like Josh Rosen played like a nerd. So if you're worried about the Josh Rosen thing with him, he's not. I just don't. I think he kind of plays like a psycho, and that's why I think Brady's going to love him.
Yeah. I think, I'm not expecting them to win. So I'm not really tripping.
No.
So I'm not tripping about them losing 1.
I don't think they're going to score a point this weekend. I actually think there's going to be a third shutout on the season.
I think it's still Raiders week for the Chiefs. Like, we're keeping it real. It's still Raiders 100%. Week. It's still Raiders week. And that's how I feel about it. That's why I'm like, you know what? Yeah, sure, guys. Let's we're gonna go out there and win. I don't think so. I don't know about that.
They still have a good defense too. They still have a good defense. I don't think I've seen things that the Chiefs are gonna want to like tank to get in the top 10. I don't know that they're at that phase. I don't think the Chiefs do that. Like it's not something that's not that big of a thing to an NFL team that's gonna keep. You know what I mean? Like I don't see that. I think they're gonna be picking as high as like 14 max. I think or something like that. I think they're gonna come out. I think they're gonna come out and roll the Raiders honestly. And the Raiders don't have Max Crosby or Brock Bowers. Like. Everybody's worried about Aiden O'Connell getting in there. He tore the Chiefs up by throwing to Brock Bowers last year.
Yeah,
that's how they were in that game. Was Brock Bowers making crazy catches and having one of his best games? And so they don't have that right now. This team, I fully believe that they're designing that they want the number 1 pick. I truly believe that the Raiders brass wants the number 1 pick, and I think they're going to seal the deal for sure.
Yeah, I think it's a done deal in my opinion. I'm not really tripping about this game here. I really don't care. That's why you're not doing game lines. Like what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like it's really not. I feel like they're gonna get their butts kicked, man. That's what I think. I think it's gonna be ass kicking.
Yeah, and
it's gonna be a serious. But I do think some fans expect them to win this game. I think they're scared. I'm not scared. I don't care. I don't even care if Aiden O'Connell plays. He might make it closer than it needs to be, but like, you know what I mean? I'm not expecting like anything special.
Yeah, and that old Hadouken guy, he can play. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was watching. I mean, he's gonna make plays like in that game, and he that's the thing. He's like when people talk about tanking, it's like are the Chiefs tanking? It's like that guy's gonna try to stay in the league.
Yeah,
this guy, Chris Hadouken, he's gonna come in there and try to stay in the league. He's going to try to get somebody to give him like a 2-year backup deal next year. Like these guys are going to go out there trying that. Like there's no doubt. And the Raiders are going to be trying that too, but they suck. So like Devin White's going to try to get the 170 tackles. Wow. Like that's what we're going to be going for. Whereas the Chiefs just are a little bit better on defense. I mean, Chris Jones is playing, right? I mean, these guys, like, they're not going to handle this. I mean, Dexter Lawrence beat their ass last week.
He did. Yeah, he did. He was trying.
Chris Jones is going to kill us.
So did Abdul Carter. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
Right. So not super concerned about it. I think the number 1 pick's ours. And hey, to be fair, they might be secure. I don't think it's out of the question that the Giants beat Dallas on Sunday, because they play at 10 a.m. and if they just do that, then I'm actually down to beat the Chiefs because we can still get number 1.
Yeah, man. Mr. Will Blast asked, I did get your message with Mr. Will Blast. He called me at 12 in the morning. I thought I was getting a booty call. I'm not gonna lie. Damn. I got kind of excited. I was like, oh shit, who's calling me?
Wow.
See, he called, I thought
So it's the same. I mean,
and I was like, oh man, that's a voicemail.
It's the same phone number, Marcus.
I was like, oh no, I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's a voicemail. Damn it.
Are you giving the host the Google Voice hotline? You're nasty. Yeah. So Marcus, what are you doing tonight? I'm trying to enter the raffle and hang out with you tonight, Marcus.
You know what I'm saying? I was like,
get the whistling.
I was like, oh shit, yeah. Who's calling me at 12:30? Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I got your voicemail. So I'm gonna start playing them here in a second. You know what I mean?
Who the hell is this calling me at 12:36?
In the morning. You know what I mean? He said business before cheeks. Well, I realized that as soon as I saw it. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I saw it, I was like, damn. It's all right. Cool. It's cool.
Yep.
It's all right. All right, let's get to our voicemail. Let me get this pulled up here. From my dude, Mr. Mint here. My dude Mint Beats, because he called last week and I missed that. So let's do that. Boom.
What's good, Marcus? What's good, Glenn? This is Mint Beats calling back from San Diego, California. Wanted to tap in now that we're kind of closing in on the final weeks, and seems like the first round pick is almost buttoned up at this point. I don't think we're going to win next week. I'm keeping it a buck. But I wanted to bring up just like what we should prioritize with our assets, especially granted what we already have on our roster. I think that with the NFL's current obsession with 21 personnel, with 2 tight ends, obviously, and only having one wide receiver on the field, or 2 as well. But I think it's really important for us, because just with Michael Mayer balling out this last game, I think it's important for us to strengthen that personnel. And a lot of people are saying we need a wide receiver 1, which I agree we do. But I think that that's not necessarily – we already drafted – I think we guys have talked about it too. It's like we already tried to identify that need in the last draft, and I don't know if we can afford to do that immediately right now. Maybe we can subsidize that in free agency, or maybe there's someone that falls. But I think that we should really prioritize just solidifying our offensive line. And why I say that is because when you're in 21 personnel and you can't run the ball like we have this whole season, it doesn't work. Like if you don't have any threat of running the ball and no threat of like play action, obviously like we saw Chip Kelly try to play like 3D chess with just running play action without establishing the run game. That's cool and all, but like that ain't gonna work in the long run. Like it may work like 1 or 2 games here, to get people off guard in the first half or something, but like that ain't gonna work. So I think we should prioritize just solidifying right tackle. I think we may have found something in right guard, even though Caleb Rogers had a bad game, or it looked like the whole offensive line had a bad game. But getting a right tackle and either a left guard or a center, and going from there, just so we can truly say that, okay, we've solved our offensive line. We have some people to protect our first round pick. obviously. It looks like we're probably going to get Mendoza at this point. Or Dante Moore, but I feel like I would have regrets regardless of who we chose, for different reasons. Like, I would be nervous no matter which way we pick, just because both of them come with their different subsets of.
Oh, you went too long.
Okay. Well, I think we got that. I think we got the gist of what he said.
Yeah.
So I think he's getting at a lot of things that are 100% true. I agree. I agree 100% on wide receiver. I don't think that that's something that needs to be solved outside of the roster this next year. Like, it might be a weakness next year, and that's okay. Steve Palazzolo used to work for PFF. I don't know where he's at now, but he's at another place. And I think he always had it right with, like, if you have a problem unit on your team, you try to get it back to average. Don't try to fix it all at once, but get it back to average. Like, plug in a couple consistent names at a bunch of different. And I think the Raiders need to get back to average at, like, a lot of position groups rather than get wide receiver one because we got our quarterback. No. Get your offensive line back to, like, league average, maybe slightly above that. And that might get done with coaching, second, third year players getting better. But just make sure it's not a problem next year. Make sure the offensive line is average. Let the young wide receivers develop, and then defense. I just hammer home on defense. I think the Raiders need more starters. I honestly just think the Raiders need quality starters, not superstars. I mean, sure, I'm down to have more superstars on this team. Who isn't? But the Raiders just need, like, less sieves on the team, like, where you're like, damn, we just can't have that. We just, that is a problem area. Right now I'm talking about, like, Devin White, Alex Kappa, like, just think where you just look and you're like, man, if any team wants to beat us, all they got to do is attack that guy. And that's what the Raiders need to do this offseason.
Yeah, I agree. I think offensive line is important, and they have to bring in guys that can start at the position. They just got to bring in competition, which I think they could do in the draft. I think the draft is a good spot that they could do that in. Pregnon did not have the best game yesterday, but Texas Tech dudes are nuts.
Lee Hunter caught my eye. I'll tell you that much for Texas Tech. Woo.
Texas Tech dudes are nuts. I mean, both defensive ends are good. Mm-hmm. Like the other one besides David Bailey is a second, third round guy.
Was that Height? Is that Height? Yeah,
Romello Matt really likes him too.
Like him too. Lee Hunter, the nose tackle, was really good. I'm like, man, this is a lot of good nose tackles in the draft this year.
Yeah, he had somebody talk about the Oregon Center. He had the Oregon Center making bad snaps because they're so worried about those dudes.
That's exactly what happened.
He's like, I gotta get off, man, if I don't. So I think getting offensive line is important. Finding those guys, this is a great draft to do it, and then put it in free agency and just putting competition
exactly
at the offensive line. They just need competition at the offensive line. I feel like that was gone this year. Like, even if you look at who they brought in competition, they brought in Kappa,
and
then Caleb Rogers, and it wasn't really competition. So they just got to bring in some competition at that position. To Caleb Rogers be the starter. I'm kind of leaning that way, but, like, I think that he's got to go win the job next year. What I'm saying? But I think that's something that he probably will do. I think they should give him the shot to win the job, because I think he's earned it. And then, like, in preseason, it doesn't work out, you put somebody else in for him. But I think he deserved a shot to be, like, the guy that has a job to lose it, instead of, like, but we'll see. If they bring in a different coach, I mean, there might be some different elements there. But I think that he's played well enough, in my opinion, especially in the run game. And also, we need to see Charles Grant too. Like,
I agree.
Charles Grant is blocking guys like 15 yards down the field, and I just want to see him play a whole damn game.
Yeah,
and maybe I can make a different analysis with what they really need on the offensive line too, because it's kind of a shame that how Glaze has been sucking, and you have this guy, and, like, maybe we should be playing him at right tackle. I don't know. In practice, he's playing right tackle in practice. He might be, So, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do in this offensive line, but they got to figure it out, and it's not something they got to fix really quickly, because it's a different topic I want to talk about today. Like, everybody's talking about, like, how they don't have the offensive line to draft a quarterback, and I think it's the stupidest way.
It's the quarterback. You'll watch a quarterback get hit once in the college football playoff and go, well, look, that's going to happen all the time with us. It's like Mendoza got sacked on his first play and came back in and started lighting people up. So I was like, okay, well maybe one play we can't say, you know, that it's either this or that. And I say to me, get the quarterback in the building and build. It's gonna ignite something in the team when you bring in a good quarterback. To what you said too, and I think Baby Shug left a comment saying that the Raiders need depth. I think what I was saying about quality starters solves the depth problem. Like, it solves that, in my opinion, because if you bring in a quality starter at safety, not a world beater, not even a household name, but somebody that plays solid football, Isaiah Pola-Mao becomes your depth, right?
Exactly,
like, he becomes your depth, which I think he's good depth. He's not a good starter, but he's good depth. If you need him to come in for a few plays, different looks, you know, something like that. You know, even if Devin, like, we're talking about Devin White, how much I hated about Devin White this year. If he was like our fourth linebacker, I would have been fine with it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
me
saying?
too.
Like, had to start a couple games. Yeah, it's not pretty, but he makes some plays or something. No, he came right in and they handed him the linebacker job. That's it. And you know, we had a coach that preached competition the whole time. There was hardly any on the team, to be honest. Like, hardly any. You had like random spots where like Caillou Blue Kelly, that was competition, I guess.
Lonnie Johnson, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So safety competition was none at all. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Have these players that, like, maybe we don't hate these players, but we don't want to see them for every snap on defense. Like, that becomes your depth. Like, start hiding even Charles Grant. Like, let's say Charles Grant does play meaningful snaps and has a lights out game against the Chiefs. I don't hand him the starting job next year. I bring in a tackle and say, Charles Grant, go win this job. Go win this job. Am I bringing in the top offensive tackle? No, maybe not. That might dictate that, because you might like what you have in Charles Grant, but can you beat a league average starting tackle or even slightly below league? Can you beat him in your second year? That's what we need to ask these. That's a functioning team when that happens. And then you have depth, right? The guy loses his job, but guys get injured. He comes in and he plays meaningful snaps. Like, that's how good teams are, instead of the Raiders, where they have like three really good players that we hope touch the ball every single time. And then we get mad when somebody game plans against those three guys and wipes them off the field. And that's the same old Raiders every year.
Exactly. All right. Do we need to draft O-line earlier, or should we attack that in free agency? Kind of same question.
Well, we have some good names that we will talk about in that segment.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, I'm team free agency, and you'll see why. I actually think there's a way to like fix the Raiders offensive line without any draft picks.
Another question. Caden Proctor looked bad in my opinion. Scamp can't really expose him. Do you think he'll be a good guard? I don't know if he'd be good at all. How about we just don't draft Alabama?
I've been saying it. No, Alabama offensive linemen suck. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's I think maybe one or two. Like, Ryan Kelly was a good one, but Chance Warmack, Alex Leatherwood. I will say Tyler Booker looks pretty good for the Cowboys. I'll give him that. But for the most part, you have who's the guy for the Titans? He's horrible. That
JC Latham.
Yeah, he's been horrible. I mean, I'm not going to write his career off. Not a good rookie season. Jonah Williams is not very good.
Nope.
Like, just I don't know, man. I'm not.
The one dude, Jedrick White too. Is it Jedrick
Wills?
Willis. Yeah,
he had a spark when he started. Now he's just but he's just
Evan Neal's from Alabama.
Yes, terrible. It's a bad school to draft linemen from. I'm not doing it. Man,
unless it's a center, because Leonard Dickinson is pretty good.
He is, again. So the center. There's a center in the draft, right? Alabama center. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we think about it.
Center classes.
Yeah. Okay. So to me, I'm being facetious here, because look, Penn State for a long time you didn't draft their running backs. It took Saquon to kind of stop that.
Yeah.
Because there were years of bad Penn State running backs, and it was like, I don't know why, but you just don't draft them. And Penn State quarterbacks. I mean, it's just like a lot. You only drafted certain. Alabama, I am not drafting their linemen. And Caden Proctor, I think he's going to end up being like a third or fourth round pick. I think he's gonna fall apart. Like, he's just not that good.
Yeah. Somebody says I disagree with us on a receiver. And I know Raiders fans want to draft a wide receiver at 33, which piss me the fuck off.
I know. I look, if he's really good, it's not going to piss me off. But the thing is, to me, is I don't know that you have to solve that. I would rather make sure this run game is not a problem.
I think they got to fix the defense. I think this is a defensive draft. Because you got me on Chris Johnson. I watched Chris Johnson. I'm doing him for the draft show tomorrow.
What do you think?
I take him at 33.
Marcus, I told you he is. I mean, he is so. He won again. He passed my checking account test because I bet on San Diego State. They used to play late night college football. I was like, who the hell? He had a one-handed pick against San Jose State where he just stole it from the guy. I was like, man, this guy's grades must be so damn bad. Like, how the hell is he at San Diego State right now?
He is the highest graded corner in PFF. What are you talking about, man? He's like a 90.
They have him as a late first.
Because the reason why, I've never seen a corner tackle like him since Jalen Ramsey.
I'm just saying,
that
he's
dude
a monster.
Can tackle. Like, he literally, like, there's this one play where like this. I'm gonna show this guys tomorrow, so you guys check this out tomorrow. But there's like a running back that comes. It was just him and the running back, and that's what every single team wants. Yeah. This dude wrapped him up, picked him up, and threw him on the ground. He's 190 pounds. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, like, you had him and Darian Porter, like, you have them on rookie deals. Oh, I'm saying there's a lot of ways. That's one of my guys, and I hope he's there. I actually think through the draft process he's going to be a late first, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it was saying like 33. Like, I think maybe the school might get him. It just depends on what his 40 is.
Now with Quinyon Mitchell, looking as good as he did.
That's true. Like, because Chris Johnson's going to Senior Bowl, and if he goes up.
And he will. He'll lock. People go, who's this guy locking up all the people? You heard it here, guys. You heard it here.
Chris Johnson. Dog, man.
Yeah, I know. I've been saying, I'm like, am I insane? Because sometimes I'll watch these games and I'm like, I haven't heard Matt or like Marcus talk about this. Am I just like watching somebody's best career game and I'm like falling in love with their tape? I watched them like 2 more games. I'm going, damn, this guy is a monster. So I hope if they draft Chris Johnson, if they have Fernando Mendoza and Chris Johnson as their first 2 picks. Look, there's still a lot of things that the team's going to need, but that's a home run draft to me.
Me too, man. We're going to get to that top of the line. We're talking about
there's a lot of names in this free agency class that I'm intrigued by.
Mendoza running Stefanski's offense. Do we want Kevin Stefanski?
I wouldn't hate that at all, like, because I think he knows how to run the football. That's what I like. I like Stefanski and Genty. I like that a lot. I don't know. I mean, there's worse hires to me, and I mean, sure, whatever. Mendoza. I think nobody's talking about it. Mendoza and Mike McDaniel. I mean, Mendoza and Mike McDaniel would be crazy.
Yeah,
nobody's talking about that. I know McDaniel might get a head coach interview with the Browns. They were saying, but if he's like an OC next year and the Raiders have a defensive-minded head coach, I actually think McDaniel with Genty and Mendoza uses those RPOs. He's quick with the ball. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that would be a good fit. To be honest. You think Mendoza's a better prospect than Nix, Penix, and JJ? I think so.
Easily.
Maybe Penix.
I don't know.
I know the injuries, but like Penix, just from a talent perspective.
I don't know, Marcus. I think he's better than Michael Penix.
From a talent perspective, I think Penix just is more talented than he is, but it's just injuries, and he already tore his ACL again. That dude's his knees are done.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think to me, I had him as QB1 last year. I'm really high on the guy.
How much did Dante Moore stock go up and down? Dante Moore is boring, guys. So
yeah, exactly.
And I think that's the first time a lot of people really watched him on a national level. I mean, I don't think a lot of people watched the James Madison game. Like a lot, you could tell. A lot of people didn't watch that game. Like, they didn't really care.
Marcus, it's 2 of the best 12 college football teams. You're telling me people didn't watch that game? Did they get bored by that?
No,
that's crazy. Okay, anyways, go on.
But yeah, I think it was really their first time watching him. But he's just he that's how he plays. He's just mad boring. It's like one of his best plays of the game is when he had a blitz and he hit the hot route. Super quick, and they got like 20 yards. Like, he does a lot of boring shit. Yeah. So like there's what I would say, there's quarterbacks, that make all the exciting plays. That's why like Chambliss is starting to get a lot of buzz, because he was like throwing the ball, flicking the ball to people, rolling out, making beautiful throws in the run. But Dante Moore doesn't do that. Dante Moore, he just hits this guy, and then makes the right decision, and, hits the check down, nothing's there. Let me just get the ball out. Like, it's boring. But boring's good at quarterback.
Yeah, too, I agree. I like a boring quarterback. Now, to me, he's clearly behind Mendoza. Not to me. I will say. Now, I would still take him at 2. Here's my thing about, I think a lot of fans who hadn't tuned in to watch him this year looked at Dante Moore, looked at the way he looked at the school he was at, and was like, oh, this dude's going to be doing like Caleb Williams stuff, right? Fans watch the game like this. Nobody wants to admit it or anything. I think Dante Moore, I hate saying it, and somebody might call me out on it. Dante Moore plays like a white guy.
Yeah, he does.
I'm just saying, like, people go, oh, Glenn, don't say that. You guys know I'm right. And I think it throws people off.
It's so true. That's basically what I'm saying.
People watch like, I thought Dante Moore was going to be doing some like crazy shit, and I'm like, why? Why'd you think that? Why did you think that?
Yeah, he is half. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Oh, is he? Okay. Well, you know what I mean. Like, it's just people thought like, damn, he was going to be doing some crazy shit, like, you know, like off one foot and stuff. I was like, nah, he plays kind of like a boring ass white quarterback. I mean, and that works for me. That works for me. Like, it's fine.
He might be half. He looks like he's half. He might be half.
Oh, you don't know this for sure? You were just assuming? I'll let you crunch that on the numbers. I love Dante Moore.
You're already taking it a little bit too far already, Glenn.
Yeah. No, I know I can.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, like I know. You know, I should have just whispered it to you to say before the show or something. Like, Marcus, can you say this? But no, people know that's true. Like, he plays like a white guy.
Yeah. Because it's so. I mean, that's basically what I said. He's boring as fuck. He is. Yeah. I mean, because that's what he like. He literally like. I'm serious. Like, one of his best plays in the game was him literally facing a blitz. He had it come from his side, and he just hit the hot route. It was a little 2 yards, 3 yard pass, but it went for 30.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for being nice, chat. I appreciate it. I don't mean anything bad by it. I'm a Dante Moore fan. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's true. It's true. Like, he does, and that's what I'm saying. Like so when people saw it, like, he didn't really do anything exciting, but he was playing his game. He had the interception. I mean, he was their offensive line. David Bailey and them dudes was all over his ass.
People are speculating if I'm white. I'm sorry. Wait till you hear Suge's voice about what he speculated about you. That's why. Jesus. Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be the highlight of this show. Is his voicemail at the end. I'm gonna play.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Between free agency and the draft, who would you be on deal starting online? We're gonna go over this. Maybe we should start with this free agency stuff because I didn't want to talk about this whole quarterback away thing because I just see it all the time. How people are saying the Raiders are not a quarterback away. And then Mike Silver wrote an article today. I don't know if you saw that. Basically begging Tom Brady to leave Fox. It was like a letter to Tom Brady. Like, Tom, please leave Fox and fix the Raiders. Right. But he also said in there as a quarterback way. And then I saw Benjamin Albright say this too. He wants the Raiders to go get Kyler Murray. And he said the Raiders are more than quarterback away. But like, I just feel like this is a stupid-ass statement to say. To say an NFL team can't get a quarterback because they don't have a good team around him already. Isn't that just stupid? I feel like it's just dumb. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. Like, did anybody say that Tennessee couldn't draft Cam Ward last year? Or not couldn't, but like shouldn't draft Cam Ward last year? Maybe that was an argument within their fan base, but I didn't see any major media person go out there and say Tennessee is nowhere near ready to draft a quarterback. And I think what's happening right now, I think it's less Raider hate, which I just think the Raiders suck so bad that people don't hate them anymore. And I want more Raider hate. So I don't even think that's the case. Mike Silver has an axe to grind because there's real heads know Mike Silver got thrown out of the press. His press pass was revoked. So like we know why Mike Silver, but I've heard this from other people too. And I think for a while it's like they really wanted one of the New York teams to get the number 1 overall pick. I think they really did. I think they really wanted the Giants or the Jets to get the number 1 overall pick. And, they wanted like a Roscon Pollo, Fernando Mendoza with Jesus and Miro.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be so great. It's like, no, I'm sorry. He's coming to Vegas. Sorry. He's coming to Vegas. I'm sorry that's boring to you. Like it's just, I think a lot of people really want the Raiders to like suffer longer because like I don't know. Like they want him to suffer because they're just like, it's been Vegas. It's like not that big of a deal. It's kind of they've been bad for so long. I don't want them to ruin the quarterback. Because a lot of people in this own fan base, I think they're going to ruin the quarterback. And I'm like, yeah. But I don't know. To me, I think this is bullshit. Like they really wanted like one of those two New York teams to go get him. Because I think if Arizona had the number 1 pick, they'd be mad about that too. Like, I think if it was Arizona, and they'd be like, they can't do that. They have so many other things they have to fix. And I don't know. I just want to prove all of these people wrong. Winning cures all. And I think just having good draft after good draft and one of those picks being a quarterback that works out with this team, I think the Raiders are actually be liked for a little bit after a while. Like, I mean, this year we got a lot of love from the media in the offseason, and that's why all the fans got excited for a little bit. So,
yeah, it's just stupid to me. Just because, like, to rebuild, you have to get a damn quarterback, right? You get a quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get a quarterback in the building that you like. You draft him first round, top 10. That's what we're picking. 1, 2, doesn't fucking matter. You get the quarterback in the building, right? He might get his ass kicked year 1. Like Drake May got his ass kicked last year.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Yeah.
He got his ass kicked.
Yep.
He had to run. Like he ran for like 500 yards because he was getting his ass kicked so much. The guy might come in. He might get his ass kicked. And we hope he's tough enough to deal with the ass kicking.
Yeah.
Right?
Troy.
You might not, right? You might not have the greatest offensive line. You're going to get your ass kicked. Right?
Caleb Williams.
Exactly. You tough it out. Right? You tough it out. And then we keep building around you. And then like year 2, you take another step. You got better. You took the ass whooping. You take a step. And then we hope by year 3, you're good. And the thing is, if we build a good team around you and you still suck by year 3, guess what we could do?
Yeah.
Go get a veteran and plug that motherfucker in. Mm-hmm. We can go get like Dak Prescott or some shit.
Okay. But yeah.
I'm just thinking like who would be like 34, 35.
I love Dak 3 years from now. But yeah, 3 years from now, I don't know that I love Dak. No, I got you though. But you were you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like the Rams with Jared Goff, right? The Rams.
Yes, exactly.
They still build a good team around him. And they're like, okay, we can't do this with Jared. Let's go get Stafford. Mm-hmm. And they plug Stafford in and they won a damn Super Bowl.
For us, it would be like Trevor Lawrence, like if like Trevor Lawrence was available a couple years from now, and like the Raiders had a good team, like damn, I don't even want to say who the Raiders quarterback would be right now. Be like, they're just not getting it done. And the Raiders go get like Trevor Lawrence or go get like somebody like that, where you're just like, they went out and they made a play for a quarterback or something.
Yeah.
Like right now, like you look at a team like Washington, they're getting no flack. Like it's weird. You can only say that the first year the quarterback's there, right? Like Washington, Jaden Daniels goes in there and lights the league on fire. This year they suck, and he's getting hurt all the time, and nobody's saying that he was a bad pick or that they shouldn't have picked him, right? Because they know he's good. To me, if the quarterback's good, you go to any team, right? And people can see that you're good. Do you win? I don't know, but people can tell that you're good. Like Baker Mayfield, I could tell was a good quarterback with Cleveland, right? Now he had some stops in between where he had to, but right away I was like, that's a pretty good quarterback. You know what I mean? Like that, like he comes out there and he had them in a divisional game, Cleveland Browns in a divisional playoff game against Kansas City, and they almost won. You're like, okay, that guy's pretty good. That guy's pretty good. Like we'll see. You could tell when like Bryce, like even Bryce Young, like we wrote Bryce Young off for dead. Now he lost me money last week, so I kind of hate him. But like for the most part, I'm kind of like, look, this guy's like playing pretty well because Carolina's built a team, and you're signing up for a contract that's easy to build around. No matter what quarterback you take in the first round, it's easy to build around them. That's what you get from that. And if you're in you don't really see teams do that often where they're like, oh, we got everything we need, and then we go draft somebody. No, if you got everything you need, you're picking 18.
Yeah.
Or not everything, but like if you got everything except the quarterback, you're picking 18, 19. It's like the Colts. The Colts kind of got everything they need. That's why they traded 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. And now nobody wants to be the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
So to me, get the quarterback in the building, figure it out, trust him, give him a long leash. You don't even have to play him right away. He's in the building. He clocks in to the Intermountain Performance Center every single day, right? That's what he does. That's what the Raiders need, and it has to get done this year. I'm sick of waiting.
Yeah, I'm tired of it.
Chiefs might be the only one. You're right. Chiefs, that might be the only team that did it, right? Like Ravens kind of, but that was late first that they took Lamar.
But they drafted Joe Flacco first, though.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
At 18.
That's true.
They drafted Joe Flacco. He replaced another first-round quarterback. It was, you know, like she said, Alex Smith
won a Super Bowl with them. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she said, Alex Smith, and Andy Reid just wanted to come in there and start winning, right? But they jumped up from like 28 to 10. It wasn't like they, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't just like a normal thing. I don't know. It's just like I just think it's a stupid take. Like, go get Kyler Murray and like no, we go get Kyler Murray when he's like 34 or something like that. Like I'm not saying we get Kyler Murray at 34. Basically, what I'm saying is like whoever that vet guy, like you know what I'm saying, like that would be like a perfect time. And I know Geno Smith sucked this year, but that would have been the perfect time to grab a guy that's like that and plug him in. If you have a team that's so good that like is 8-9 and they're struggling with this rookie quarterback, he keeps keeping them from winning. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I totally do. Dude, it's ridiculous. Like that's just not the way the world works anymore. Like, and most of it, like, it's just not the way. Like it's not that. I will say it just doesn't take that long to build a team if you know what you're doing. Either you know what you're doing or you don't. Right. I think right now I like the GM for the Raiders. I like Spytek. I know not everybody does, but I like him for the most part. I think he knows what he's doing in the draft. His draft picks like make sense to me more or less. So when the Raiders traded away picks or traded away players for picks with Mike Mayock, it was like he doesn't know how to draft. So right now I think they have the infrastructure in place to go win, and they got to be desperate. I mean, the couple of years Brady's been here, he has to be like, like what did I just buy? I mean, they're making money, so his investment's doing well, but it's not just about money with him. Like you want to go do that. And I think right now, like I like Dante Moore. I'm fine with Dante Moore. Like get the guy in the building. I see these quarterbacks play. They know how to play football. This is not the Kenny Pickett draft class. This is not Teddy Bridgewater. This is not like guys who are just like, man, that's a severely limited quarterback, and if they get the number one pick, I'm sorry, like straight up, I think when people say you can't take a quarterback at 1 if your team's just not ready. If you are picking at 1, your pick has to be a quarterback, in my opinion, nowadays. Or you trade out of it. Like if the Raiders decided, we're not doing that. Mike Silver, you're so correct. If they said that, I'd be mad. But I'd be like, don't just sit there and pick Arvell Reese at 1. Don't do it. Trade back and get your picks. If you want Arch Manning next year, get your picks this year to do it. First pick has to be a quarterback, in my opinion. Like for most teams, for like 90% of teams, or you trade down.
You're just not rebuilding until you do it. Like, how do you rebuild without a quarterback? It doesn't make any sense.
No, exactly. Because what are you building?
It's just stupid. But we're gonna hear that the whole time. If the Raiders get number 1 pick, they're gonna be like, they should just draft Arvell Reese. They're not ready for it.
Yeah. Draft Arvell Reese, and then they'll be like, man, somebody free Arvell Reese. He's on the Raiders. They suck. Arvell Reese. Dude, man, poor sweet Arvell Reese. He's on a team with no quarterback. Can't win. So stop trying to impress these media people. Don't worry about it. Get the quarterback in and let's start winning some fucking football games.
I know, man. Like Drake May got his ass kicked, man. Like they literally got his ass kicked, and then they drafted a tackle. Like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fucking stupid, bro.
Again, like team players don't stay on teams without quarterbacks either, by the way. So you could build your team. Like, here's my thing. How many more years of Brock Bowers do you want to waste? Also, like, that's a big thing. I think we have a truly, this word gets overused all the time. Generational. We have a generational tight end on the team right now. How many more years do you want? Hey, Brock, we're going to build the team first, if that's cool. No, go get him a quarterback. Go, like, you're not building anything. Like, that's the thing. Like, and if you're doing it that way, you're just going to go get a veteran. Like, and that just seems tough to do. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, it's stupid, man. All right, let's get to my dude Will Blast here. His voicemail here.
What's up, guys? It's Will Blast, calling the Tape Don't Lie hotline. Shout out Marcus. BD, what's up? Shout out to BD's chat. Yeah, just calling in, guys. I wanted to touch bases this week. Real quick, I know I only got 3 minutes, so it's hard to get everybody in. Shout out Matt, you know what I mean? Glenn, shout out everybody. Max, you know, with that little stunt he pulled, like I tell you guys, the leadership, that's what I was touching on my last call. Max's leadership is real questionable, real low, you know, and that's why I say, like, he's a guy that kind of needs other leaders around him versus him being the alpha dog in the room. He doesn't really know how to handle that role for himself, per se. He's a good player on the field. His effort and how he goes about his job is second to none, you know. But as far as being a leader of men and being a team leader, Max is real low on the totem pole. But linebackers and safeties, man, I'm waiting for the breakdowns, Marcus. We need to see what the top linebackers. You know, I know you guys are saying like third, fourth round. That's when we can get linebackers, but just like to see what we could do with that. Like I said, I'm open to trading Max. I really don't care either way. I'm open to it. Again, do I want him to go? No, but if he's, you know, if you're going to get 2 firsts, great. If you're not getting 2 firsts, you keep him, ride it out, let him be a Raider, great. But yeah, let's. I think the offense is pretty set. Like I said, you could as far as you could add 1 or 2 pieces, but I think we definitely need to upgrade the defense everywhere. And like I said, linebackers and safeties. That's where we really need to focus because we don't have any linebackers right now other than the Bird brothers, and they don't get to play. Again, Happy New Year's to Tape Online. Happy New Year's, Glenn. Happy New Year's, Matt. Happy New Year's, BD. Always, Marcus, man. Happy New Year's to you and the family, man. And be well. This is Will Blast signing off. Clack, clack.
All right, man. Will Blast was the trade for Max Crosby, man. It's just tough for me to trade Max. It's just tough for me to do it. I get it. It's just tough. It's tough for me to get behind that because, like, it goes into like this whole bullshit of like rebuilding. Like, but we already have a great defensive end, so why do we need to rebuild for another one?
Yeah, it's my problem. Just go get some good players on the D line. Like, I mean,
exactly.
They have enough picks right now. I think they have enough picks to get this done. Like as is. If Max wants out, I do it. He's one of those guys where I don't want this guy on a team that what he showed, what he's proven is that if he's not happy, he's going to talk about it. So if he wants out, I just do it because I don't want to put up with that. Now, if he says, I'm down to stay and see this through, you keep him, in my opinion. You just do it. I don't know that you're going to get the 2 firsts. That's what I'd want. I don't know that you get it, especially with the knee thing that you just had him do. I mean, you're going to have – you want – for a 29-year-old defensive end. I mean, Micah was how many years younger with the trade? And I don't know. I think it's – I just think it's tough. I think it's tough right now. Cheaper to keep her, in my opinion. Like just kind of just it just kind of feels that way at the moment. I think about it all the time though. Like I'm like, man, what could we do with those picks? What could happen? You know, if you were to say like, what if the Rams gave you a top 10 pick this year for Max Crosby and you took David Bailey?
Yeah.
What if you did?
I mean, that wouldn't be too bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and you knew you're like, and then I did that, and then I got another edge. I drafted another edge in like the 3rd round, and I was like, you know what? This position sounds good to me. And like, you're just like, damn, I know those guys are good. So
see, that's the thing. Like, to me, that's like a draft night trade because then you know you're gonna get David Bailey with that trade. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. Right. No, you know, you're right. I think you're right about that. Like I just mean, you know, you have to think about. I'm about 50-50 on it right now, but. I don't know. I don't know that. I think people would get mad at the return they actually get for Crosby. Like, I think it would be like a 1st and a 2nd, like what the Packers got from the Raiders for Devontae, I think is like what you're going to get for Max right now. And like a 1st and a 2nd, I don't know how much that does for me. I don't know how much it does for somebody I think is an NFL Hall of Famer.
Yeah. I don't think it does a lot. You're not getting a lot for it.
That's
and where's the first and the second? Because if they're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna trade you to a great team, like, are we trading him to the Saints? Where are we trading him to?
But that's why I want the Rams Falcons pick, which is like 13 right now. You know, depending on if they win another game, that's why I would do it. Or somebody like trying to see right now, like the Bengals, right? Like the Bengals, I want your pick this year, right? Like, because you guys stink. I want your pick this year. That was the worst part about the Mac trade was they traded him when the Bears the picks they got were when they got Khalil Mack on their team. But that was all the Bears picks they got. So it was like, wait, no, I want your pick when you're ass. Like I want the that's what you want. And yeah, right now it's tough because like what team has a high draft pick that wants to trade for Max Crosby? I mean, it doesn't really like I wouldn't want the Raiders to trade for a great defensive end with their first round pick right now. So like most teams don't want to do that. Like Tennessee Titans aren't a team that's going to do it. The Jets aren't a team that's going to do it. Like, yeah, if you told me I was going to get the 3rd overall pick and I was just like, you know, I'll take Arvell Reese with that 3rd overall pick, and then we're cooking. We're young and we're ready to win. But it's not. I don't think the juice is going to be worth the squeeze here with trading Max Crosby. I think the time to do that might have passed. I could be wrong. If they offer 2 firsts, I severely think about it. But I think fans have this idea, trade him because it's going to be 2 first-round picks and like a player. I don't see that.
Yeah.
Cowboys is a decent idea. Cowboys is a decent idea right there.
Can they pay him though? That's the thing.
Who are they paying right now? I mean, Parsons. Yeah.
They don't pay Parsons.
Yeah, that's true. No, and look, I understand. I don't think any of us hate Max Crosby. Like, I don't think any of us do. I think we're trying to make the Raiders good. And the problem, and I get it. Watching one good defensive player sucks. It's not fun. It doesn't do anything when you have one good defensive player. It does nothing. He makes impact play after impact play, and it doesn't matter. He puts how many times do you see the Raiders after a max play on first down, put them at 2nd and 17, and then they convert the first down? You're just like,
a lot.
Like that shit pisses me off because you're like, no. On a good team, Max changes the game with that one play. You know, so it pisses me off. You know, when that happens. Can we win with them? Even if he's like the Dwight Freeney, DeMarcus Ware with the Broncos type thing, maybe even if we win with them with that, like I'd feel good.
All right. Make sure I get Sebastian. I got Sebastian. Yeah, I do. I gotta make sure we got the raffle here. Thoughts on Telesco's Matt Ryan comp from Mendoza?
I like it. I like it a lot. I don't see the Cousins thing. I just don't see it. I see Mendoza. I like it a lot. I think Mendoza is just so decisive. I think he's much more of a gunslinger than Kirk Cousins is. Though Cousins does put the ball in harm's way. I think he's got a big, tall frame like Matt Ryan. And I think he's just a little bit more of a psycho, in my opinion. I think Matt Ryan was kind of crazy. Matt Ryan seems cool, calm, and collected, but he was crazy with those Atlanta teams.
I'm sticking with my Ryan Tannehill. I'm sticking with it. I mean, because we don't know exactly how tall Francisco Mendoza is. He is slimmer. Ryan Tannehill is 6'4", 217.
Yeah.
He can move, right? He can move a little bit. And I think somebody posted this clip about Mendoza being oblivious to pressure. And I think that is something that is true. But it depends how you look at it, because Jordan Love is oblivious to pressure too.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, right? It's kind of like a good thing a little bit.
Derek Carr only thought about pressure.
Right? Yeah, Derek Carr was trying to avoid it. I said Derek Carr is a basketball player playing football. But he really wanted to be Kobe Bryant, but his family had to play football. But when it comes to like playing the quarterback position, he's a little bit oblivious to pressure. I like the Ryan Tannehill. I'm sticking with that. And that Ian Harris dude from PFF tried to steal it. So I got to make sure I get that comp out to everybody.
Damn.
He tried to steal my Ryan Tannehill comp. I've been saying that since like October. So I just wanted to make sure I put that out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He said, no way you want Mendoza. Mendoza ran a QB draw and stuff like that.
Also, all quarterbacks are mobile now, by the way. So everyone says he's more mobile than the guy in 2009. All quarterbacks run now. Every single one of them. Every quarterback can pick up a first down with their legs now. Every single quarterback can. So when people say they're more mobile, yeah, it's a new era for sure. Quarterbacks are athletic.
Ryan Tannehill was not cheeks in the NFL, okay?
No, he was number 1 seed with the Titans many years. What? He was good.
Yeah, he got to the AFC Championship game. But what I'm saying is, I'm more talking about this as a prospect, like sort of wide receiver said. I'm more talking about as a prospect. I'm not talking about like, because they got like Tannehill didn't have a huge arm, but he had like a nice arm, kind of Mendoza has. Mendoza has a huge arm, but it's good enough, right? Kind of like the Matt Ryan comparison. But you can't compare him to Matt Ryan because I just feel like he's more athletic than Matt Ryan. So when I watch his
Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill. We have Ashton Genty, by the way. So yeah, that's how you build a good team. I don't know how to tell you that. But anyways, you're saying when you watch you see Ryan Tannehill is. I think Tannehill was a psycho athlete though. I don't think Mendoza's. He was a wide receiver.
It is true, but it's like Mendoza can like move though. That's what people say. Like he's mobile Jared Goff, and I'm like, if mobile Jared Goff is Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, I think Mendoza just is way more of a gunslinger than people think. Like I don't think there's a throw he's scared to make. I know people say he's scared to throw over the middle. I saw him throw over the middle just fine. Looked fine to me.
Yeah, he can throw the seam routes. But see, the thing is with and somebody asked this, asked this question: can we hire Cignetti? And no, because Cignetti has the most basic offense that you got. I'm telling you, his offense is so basic, right? It's RPOs. Like they just have a good offensive line, and they run the same plays. That's why Ohio State really shut him down, because Sonny Styles was just like, okay, he knew everything they're gonna do. Sonny Styles was like in every gap. They couldn't run the ball like they used to, because Indiana is really a running team. That's why Mendoza only threw the ball 16 times.
Right. Like he also got bent. He also got taken out of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, but he still only threw the ball 16 times.
And they were winning by a lot.
And they were winning by a lot. But like it's more about like they're a running team. Right, they're like a running team type of thing. No, you can't. No, do not. I'm sorry, Joseph.
Nobody is. And people throw around Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck is John Elway type of guy, guys. I just want you like.
Andrew Luck's the best, with my own eyes, is the best quarterback I've seen come out of college.
Like Andrew Luck. Who knows what the Colts would have been? Because we are really deprived of watching Patrick Mahomes versus Andrew Luck. Like I don't know. Yeah, what Andrew Luck was doing, but we got deprived of the AFC Championship games between Patrick Mahomes and Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. And people are talking about like Indiana's running the ball. That's what we want to do. Is that not what the Raiders want to do? They took a running back 6th overall. I want to run the fucking football next year. I just want a good quarterback that also likes to run the football. Sounds even more plug and play to me as a guy who can.
And he's clutch, man. He's clutch.
Yeah, exactly. And he's tough. He's tough. With this young generation, sometimes I don't see a lot of toughness. And then you see Jackson Dart, who is like dumb, like he's tough, but it's like, dude, you gotta pick and choose your moments. Like Mendoza will sit in the pocket and take a shot to get the throw. And it not only will the hit not affect the throw, but he'll get back up and get in a rhythm because of the hit, like a boxer.
Cincinnati is that's.
Eli Manning that is interesting.
That's a good comp, man. I might steal that.
Because Eli Manning's clutch as hell.
Yeah, and oblivious suppressor. Who's more oblivious suppressor?
And again, Mendoza can run a little bit more. We know this, but this is this generation though. This generation quarterbacks, every single one of them can run.
That's a damn good comp, Cincinnati.
I like it.
That's a damn good one. I like that one. I like that one a lot, actually.
Yeah. So I to me, I think a lot of people are like, I wouldn't want Matt Ryan. You wouldn't want Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was a dog. You wouldn't want Ryan Tannehill. He was a dog. Like everybody thinks every quarterback has this ceiling of Hall of Fame. It's just not the case. You need a guy who you can win with, and there's a lot of quarterbacks that aren't in the Hall of Fame that you can win with. Like it is what it is. It's all. I think there's already some good pieces for them to win with now, and we'll talk about our free agency thing here in a little bit. You find a way to build around a Fernando Mendoza. I don't think it's that hard to do, personally.
Yeah. That's the thing. Eli. Somebody said that Eli had a big arm. Eli did have a big arm. He did have a bigger arm, but I like that comp just because the way they're oblivious to pressure a little bit. What are the chances Bain falls to the second? If he falls late first, would Spy pull the trigger? And thoughts on Matayo
Uiagalelei.
Thank you, Glenn. The edge from Oregon. He has produced the last 2 seasons. Is that DJ's brother?
It is.
Okay.
They're big as hell in that family.
Yeah.
I like Matteo a lot. He might be there in the second. He might be there at 33, and I take him. Bane, unfortunately, with this college football playoff, he is lighting the world on fire, and if I was a person who wanted Bane to fall to the second round, I would have wanted Miami not to make the playoff because he destroyed that game. He destroyed Ohio State. And on that final drive, I mean, it was just Bane. I mean, the rest of their I like the Messidor too, the other edge as well. I mean, they have a good defensive line. Bane is not getting out of the top 15 in my opinion, and I'm scared he's going to be a Kansas City Chief, to be honest.
Yeah. Did you see Albert Breer say he thinks Spike and Brady ties make them go for Jesse Minter?
Yes, I did see that. I will say, for the Raiders, when's the last time Albert Breer's been right about something for the Raiders? When's the last time? I'm trying to think, because he said Chip Kelly was good. Not. He said he was at camp and he was like, Chip Kelly's doing some crazy shit, guys. You have no idea. And I was like, whoa, Albert Breer saying this? I should trust him. Wrong. I like Albert Breer. I'm not trying to hate on him or anything, but I'm kind of thinking what's Albert Breer's bit? Does he really have an in on the Raiders right now, or is he just speculating like you and I are?
Yeah, he's a hella speculator. Albert Breer is a speculating ass dude. His only connection to me is with Josh McDaniels. So, in the Patriots, he's still a Patriots guy.
That's what I mean. I'm not sure Albert Breer knows what he's talking about. I don't mind Jesse Minter. I don't. I don't. I'd like an offensive coach, especially if we're taking a quarterback one, which it looks like we are. If we already had the quarterback in house and they were hiring a coach, I wouldn't mind going defense. But you look at the Texans with D'Amico Ryans. That's definitely a situation that worked out where you brought in the coach, took the quarterback, and built the defense. You definitely can. I don't mind Jesse Minter. He's very creative on defense. They had all sorts of injuries on the Chargers, and they seem to be playing good defensive football throughout them. But so I wouldn't hate the hire. But to me, I just think you really got it with that number one pick. You got to go. You have to make Clint Kubiak tell you, stop blowing me up. Stop calling my phone. You have to make Clint Kubiak tell you that. Yeah. You have to go make, these guys go guys, no disrespect, but I'm not interested in the job. You have to let them tell you that. Mm-hmm. And they might. But that's before I get Jesse Minter, that's what I try to do.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Kingsbury would scare the hell out of me, to be honest.
No, Kingsbury too close to Scottsdale. It's only 4 hours away.
Yeah, it's like Lane Kiffin again.
Too close to Scottsdale. I know he's still got that pimp ass pad at Scottsdale. I know he does. The
Kendall Roy Succession House. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah.
Too close to the Scottsdale hose. Sorry if I said that too loud, but he is.
He'll tear it up out here.
He's way too close, man. No. This is just a quick flight, little private jet. Nope. No, thank you. What if the Raiders win against guys? Do not expect them to win against Kansas City. There's a concern. I don't have a concern about the winning. If they win, I'll be completely in shock. I'll say that.
Yeah, me too. They're still 6-point underdogs in this game, by the way,
guys. About the quarterback from Ole Miss. Yeah, Chambliss has. I'm telling you, he has good film too, man. He does. It's just he's just really short. You know how I feel about short quarterbacks. So I'm just,
Yeah. I know he's that's the thing. It's like if Chambliss was 6'2", he'd be competing with Dante Moore.
Yeah, my dude Alex, shout out Alex Guild. But you're right about the RPOs. You're right, Alex. But
I still think he makes enough other throws besides.
Yeah. It's that's what Dan Jeremiah talked about his 3rd and 7 reel, because he said you can't really evaluate him on 1st and 2nd down. You have to watch him on 3rd and long, and he does really well there. So, he does. That's what I said. People keep asking me about hiring Kurt Cignetti. No, you can't. Kurt Cignetti is so basic. He's a college football coordinator. Mendoza does not run an NFL offense at all.
But he did with Bill Musgrave and scored a lot of points.
That is true. It's a good point. So, but to me, when you watch college quarterbacks, which is something I started doing, is how well does he run the offense that he's in? He runs that shit very well. And that's what I like about him. And he's just tough, dude. he's a tough dude. I mean,
I think he has. You cannot teach the things he does.
Mendoza's way more. He has like it's an intangible thing with him that you have to just understand. Like it's corny, but like there's a lot of intangible stuff you gotta like with him, in my opinion. All right, let's get into a couple more questions. We'll get to free agency here. Is Kuntz coming back next year?
I don't think so.
Yeah, me either. What are your thoughts on Mentor as a coaching candidate?
Kind of just said it. Basically, I am not against it, but you got to go make those top offensive names tell you no before you hire Jesse Minter. I don't make him my option number one unless they know something I don't.
I wrote my Silver Linings article about this.
Wasn't that on Yahoo?
No, Breer said this. It probably just went on Yahoo or something. But Breer said
but were
this.
you on Yahoo? I opened up my Yahoo app and there was a Raiders article and it said Marcus Johnson. I thought I was having a brain hemorrhage. I was like, is Marcus on Yahoo right now?
I wish I was getting Yahoo money, to be honest.
That's what I was saying, dude. You'd be saying Yahoo in your house. But like no, because I was laughing. I was like looking. It said something about I forget what it was. I think it was something Dante Moore. You wrote about Breer saying Dante Moore. And then I was like looking, I was like, the Yahoo article was written by Marcus Johnson. I was like, they hire some other guy named with that name? I mean, I've heard the name before. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was me. I wrote about this. But yeah, Breer said that they might like Moore better than Mendoza, which seeing Tom Brady talk about it, I know that's a lie.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Breer knows. I don't think Breer has a Raiders inside right now. I just don't think he does.
Yeah. I don't agree with that. All right, so let's talk about free agency because we're about an hour in here, and then we get some voicemails. So keep asking your questions, guys. We get to your questions. We do the raffle at the end. The raffle is $1.99. We're giving away some hats. You got some hats giving away. We're doing a hat today. Get you a TDL hat. You want to see what the hat looks like? My dude Alan Bell, he got the hat on.
Yes. He would not trade Max Crosby because he has a signed jersey.
My dude Allen would not trade Max Crosby. All right, let's talk free agency. Let's start with O-line because everybody wants to talk about O-line.
Let me say something before you get these names. Well, you have them up now, but let me say something. Everybody wants the top name in free agency. I kind of added a lot of my lists that I sent to Marcus. I'm not really into signing the top name in free agency. It doesn't really work that often. So I'm all about like the Raiders have a lot of money. That doesn't mean you do a Christian Wilkins, right? You sign solid players to good value deals and you hit your home runs in the draft. That's how you build teams, in my opinion. So you're going to see some of these names and go, Glenn, what is that? You're going to Google them. You're going to look at their PFF grade and go, Glenn, what the hell is that? They're better than a lot of our starters, all right? And I'm talking about I like value shopping in free agency and finding starters, kind of like little. It's like day trading, finding little just inefficiency or finding little spots in the market where nobody's looking. It's Moneyball, I guess, is how you would look at it. So you're going to see some of these names, but I think a lot of these guys would be improvements, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, let's start with the O-line. Don't ask why I kept Jack Bech on here. It doesn't matter.
I mean, hey, we just look at him.
Jack Bech is pointing at the free agents.
He is pointing at the free agents. So we got David Edwards is a guard, not a household name, but he's playing a really good guard for the Bills right now.
Okay.
I don't expect them to let him go. If you have Josh Allen and James Cook, I don't think you're going to want to let him go, but they might need to go sign some receivers. They might need to go, they might need to make some trades. He might get lost in the mix. I think David Edwards is a really big reason why James Cook is going off this year. Wyatt Teller for the Browns he's been a good guard for a long time in the league. Ed Ingram's one of the few good O linemen in the Texans right now. Elijah Vera Tucker was hurt this year in a contract year. He really didn't do himself a favor. He got hurt in training camp. I would give him a 1-year prove-it deal. This would be something like that. And he's got some positional versatility. I think he's a guard, tackle kind of flex guy, gives you some spot. He's a guy that I bring in and I tell Caleb Rogers, you go beat him next year. You go beat him. You go beat Elijah Vera Tucker and you get the job. Austin Corbett's another guy with guard center versatility. Yeah. Cade Mays is playing great center for the Panthers right now. And then Connor McGovern for the Cowboys. All of these guys are upgrades on the line right now. And I'm talking about filling the Dylan Parham spot and assuming the next coach puts JPJ at center. Assuming.
Okay, you're assuming. Okay.
Hopefully, but we'll see.
Okay. I don't mind it a lot. To be honest, all these guys are upgrades. To be honest, let's keep it real.
Yeah,
we're keeping it fucking real. Wyatt Teller, David Edwards is a huge upgrade. I know Edwards has some. He played well. Maybe he's had some struggles this year. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to pull up these guys' PFF grades. I hate going to PFF, but
I looked them all up before. They're almost all of them are above a 65, which means you're like an average NFL player.
Yeah, so David Edwards is at 71 for the. Yeah, so David Edwards, that'll be. To be honest, that's a good pickup to me. I think David Edwards is a huge upgrade, right? Just because they're probably gonna let Parham go, even though Parham he has the I'm sick of this shit injury. Because like I don't know if you saw Theo Johnson from the Giants, who's at the Knicks game. Did you see that, Glenn?
What's that? Say that again.
Theo Johnson from the Giants. He has an illness. He's at the Knicks game.
Oh, he's got an illness, huh?
He's at the Knicks game, just like they got the I'm sick of this shit injury.
That's funny.
So I don't know if Parham is end up going to be there, but I like David Edwards. David Edwards, but that would be a home run in my opinion.
Yeah. It would be like Kelechi Osemele to me personally.
Yeah. So I was trying to find Wyatt Teller on here, but I like Wyatt Teller as a player. I always liked him a little bit as a player there. And then Ed Ingram. I'm not too familiar with Ed Ingram. I'm not too familiar with
He's
that.
He's playing decent ball for the Texans. It's just their line as a whole is not that good. So it's kind of
he's not a good pass blocker. From the grades, I haven't watched the film myself, but he's a great run blocker though. He's a really good run blocking grade.
Yeah, and Vera Tucker would be a 1-year prove it deal. I disagree. I agree with a lot of people saying he can't stay healthy. Yeah, 1-year deal.
I like the Vera Tucker one though, because when Vera Tucker has played though,
yeah, he's a baller.
He is balled. Yeah. When he's played, so he can't stay healthy, right? There's a problem with him staying healthy, all those things. But when he has played, he's been really good, right? Austin Corbett, he's just a good player,
good player, great run blocker.
So is Connor McGovern and K. Mays. They're just good players. Yeah. But people are asking you, Glenn, where's the tackles at? They're asking you.
Well, you got Braden Smith. He's on there. He's going to be the top tackle in free agency. It's not the greatest tackle class. Like I mean, in free agency, it's not a lot. They cost a lot of money.
They do.
They're really expensive. So like you got to make sure that's going to happen. I'll tell you right now, man. I would definitely go sign. Like, there's not a lot of noteworthy names out there. I would definitely sign somebody, but I like Miller, Charles Grant. Like I'd like to see that a little bit next year, and I'd like to fortify this offensive line class is about Genty to me, right? It's about making sure that is maximized, which also helps your quarterback, right? And I think you can improve the pass blocking with that. I think these guys are going to be improvements over that because they've just been so bad at center this year and so bad at guard. That I think if you develop and you bring in kind of reasonable competition for Caleb Rogers, you find an answer at left guard and you find an answer at that's why I think like Austin Corbett would be Austin Corbett's from Nevada, by the way. He's from Reno. So like he bringing him back home kind of a later part of his career, I think he's still playing really good ball for Carolina. Their offensive line's really good. And you bring him in with a rookie quarterback, you've fixed the interior part of your line, or at least brought it back to solid. Right, to where it's just not like them getting dominated every play. And then, I Braden Smith, I try to hit a home run at tackle there. I try. But I don't know that it's going to happen. He might not even leave the Colts.
Elijah Vera Tucker is labeled as a tackle.
He is. He plays both.
There's your right tackle right there.
Yeah.
I would do that. I'm sorry. Like, I know he's hurt all the time. But, like, if you have Caleb Rogers and those guys there, that's the guy you take a chance on for you. That's the free agency pick is AVT right there, bro.
Two-year deal, maybe a little over. The Raiders can overpay people. So I just do a little bit above market value to because look, we're two-win team. You got to pay people to come here. You got to really say, hey, you want to come play here? Like we'll make it worth your while. No state income tax, and we'll pay you a little bit more than the team that's letting you go. Yes, I think Vera Tucker's a good player. He's a former first-round pick, but he's also played like one when he's been healthy. And maybe he isn't healthy, but maybe he does miss time. But you're looking at here's why I didn't put a lot of tackles there. This is the tackle class here. Braden Smith, yeah, we'd all love him. Jonah Williams,
I'm looking at this too. I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at.
Cam Robinson, Rob Havenstein at one point was very good. He's going to turn 34. Trey Pipkins, Jermaine Illuminor, Yosh Nyman. Here, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't put a lot of them because there's not a lot of them. Like, in free agency, definitely might want to attack that in the draft at some point. This is when you look at the free agency class, you then go to the draft.
Yeah, it's the right tackle class is not good, man, at all. Because I mean, probably you have to get like a Vera Tucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like that one a lot, to be honest.
And it's
like
okay to have one weakness on your O line. If you have one weakness on your O line versus like 3, it's different. Like if your weakness is at right tackle, you can game plan that. It's obviously a position you attack the next year. You still have Glaze. I'm not a big fan of him, but like you still have him under contract. Maybe you see if that's your right tackle next year. Don't love the side of that. I definitely throw the bag at Braden Smith though and see if you want to come here.
Yeah, somebody said about Lindenbaum. I think he probably gets.
I just don't see him leaving Baltimore. I just don't see it.
That'd be stupid if Baltimore did.
It would be really stupid. But yes, I mean, duh.
The center quarterback relationship is so important. It'd be stupid as hell if you have that good a relationship with the center and the quarterback to get rid of your center.
Yeah, I would bet that it's like an 80 to 85% chance he stays in Baltimore.
Is Tevin Jenkins a free agent?
He is, yeah. So Josh Jones, Tevin Jenkins, interesting for sure. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think the guard class in free agency's got value in it. I try to find value in the free agency class. I don't really we'll see. You're not going to solve everything in free agency. You just got to find. You don't want to just throw a huge bag at somebody who sucks because it solves a problem. Because it doesn't solve a problem, it creates a new one.
I like the David Edwards one is a sneaky one.
If you got David Edwards and Elijah Vera Tucker in free agency, come on, dude.
I like the David Edwards one. I'm not gonna lie.
Because I could see the Bills. I could see the Bills letting him go because they need some D line. They need some, they need some wide receiver help. There's a lot of stuff the Bills need, and I could see them going, we can't pay. Like the Raiders can do what the Panthers did a couple years ago and pay 2 guards a lot of money. They can do that and not hurt their team. So. Yeah. Anyways, I know we got more position groups here.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's take the offense. A couple of skill positions that you wanted to point out. Chris Rodriguez Jr. I thought that was an interesting one that you pointed out here.
As your RB2, wouldn't that be kind of fun?
Yeah, wouldn't bother me too much. Because to be honest, I would keep it real. They probably need to find an RB2.
That's why I wanted Monangai so bad with one of those 6th-round picks. They wouldn't have to think about that position for years and years and years.
They need an RB2 because, like, if you just think about it, like, even if Genty gets all the targets, right, and he gets a lot of targets, like, they need somebody like that. And then do you waste a draft pick on that?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why I just go get a Chris Rodriguez. Jeremy McNichols is also a free agent, and he's you could have the all Boise backfield if you wanted. He's available. Like there's a few guys. It doesn't have to be. You just get a system fit. Whoever your OC is, go get the system fit for your other running back. That's just, again, Chris Rodriguez can find the end zone. He's pretty good at finding the end zone. I think he'd be a pretty good running back too. And who knows what Laube situation is next year as your pass catching back. I think he's shown a little bit as a pass catching back. Wait, hold
on a second, Glenn, I gotta stop you. Kenneth Gainwell's available?
He is. I think he's going to get a lot of money though, and the Raiders aren't in a position to pay at RB2 a lot of money right now.
Yeah, you got a point.
That I think Kenneth Gainwell's having a crazy year this year, and somebody's going to pay him to be RB1 next year, in my opinion. I don't want. Remember when the Raiders paid Kenyon Drake? That's what that reminds me of.
I don't know, man. I mean, I didn't know he was like.
Yeah, he is. It's just Alec Pierce. It's going to be way too high. He's wide receiver 1 in this class, and he's not. In my opinion, he is not wide receiver 1.
I'm looking at these running backs, man. Rashad White.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, somebody like that. You bring it. Like depends on your OC. like I'm not too picky about RB2. Like pick the guy that fits the system, like that can. Yeah, Rashad White. Who else is it? Like there's a
Kareem. I'd take Kareem Hunt as a backup.
Oh, don't let Raider fans hear that. Mark Davis would never. Gosh, man, you know who's really on my wide receiver list? Henry Ruggs. People don't know this about me, dude. I said this on Twitter the other day. People act like I was talking about bringing in like a dictator that killed like a million people. Like, no, dude. I'm bringing back Henry Ruggs, like straight up, dude. I'm bringing him back next year. I'll be like, come on, dude. You owe this. You owe us one little go around here. We'll pay you for a 1-year deal. Prove it. He's getting out on August 1st. And I'm like, I'm bringing back Henry Ruggs. I don't care. Bring in Kareem Hunt. I don't have morals and standards.
To be honest, like I'm really sad about the Henry Ruggs thing. So that wouldn't be bothering me too much.
He did his time. Most players don't even get put in jail.
That is true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, anyways, moving on to serious matters. But yes, I would bring in Henry Ruggs.
Who's going to pay Breece Hall?
Yeah. See, the Raiders can't do that though.
Yeah, people would be like, "Oh, he's replaced. They don't feel about JT."
Well, you can't take a running back at 6 if you're going to pay Breece Hall. Like you can't. Like, they're not going to do that. And
Tyler Algier. How does Algier get?
That's I didn't even see that one. That's interesting. Tyler Algier's an interesting one because he's a beast. Jerome Ford. I mean, there's some good players on this team. Ogunbowale is a really good receiving back. Javonte Williams is gonna be looking for a payday for sure. This
is not a bad free agent run.
Yeah, I was trying to be realistic because I'm like, we have Genty. What running back is gonna sign here to be second to Genty, right? Like what you have to think about that. Mm-hmm. Like it's probably gonna be like Travis Homer or something, whatever. Like I like McNichols, I like Rashad White, I like Brian Robinson. He's been good for the Niners. I like there's definitely some guys like on here. Like Chris Rodriguez. Every time I watch him, I'm like, this guy's pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, Chris Rodriguez is not bad.
Yeah.
Kendrick Bourne would work. It depends on. I think Kendrick Bourne has to be brought in. Well, no, I think Kendrick Bourne has been like solid at everywhere.
Yeah. He was good for the Niners. Jawan Jennings was crying early in the year that nobody was throwing to him for the Niners because Mac Jones was hitting Kendrick Bourne. I think to me that's going to be the style of receiver that the Raiders bring in. It's not a good wide receiver free agent class at all. It's terrible, actually.
Might as well bring back. Well, the Giants aren't letting Waddell Robinson go, are they?
No, and he's a slot. Is that what the Raiders are going to be looking for with Besh and?
I think the Raiders. I think it's time for the Raiders to move Trey Tucker to the slot because that's what he was drafted to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think he runs routes good enough now that he should be the slot guy.
I agree. That's what I mean.
He blocks well pretty decently. Yeah. Let him be the damn slot guy, and then you can get him lined up on safeties, running post routes.
Yeah.
Then you move Trey Tucker to the slot.
I tell you, I didn't put him on here because he gets hurt a lot. But Jawan Jennings, I think about it. With Jawan.
I do think about it.
Because he's a dog. They don't really have that like give me the ball on third down guy. I think that's gonna become Besh, but okay, go competition, go win that job, Jack. Like Greg Dortch is another guy, but they have that on the roster right now with Thornton and Tucker. You think at least, it's just not a good wide receiver class. With no matter Zay Jones, we can bring in Zay Jones, Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk, like it's bad. Romeo Dobbs is going to get more money than he's worth. He cannot catch the football. You guys would hate.
It's about Ayuk.
No, not bringing it. Do you guys think that's going to work?
Yeah, Ayuk seems emotional. Wasn't he like driving on Instagram?
It's crazy.
Nigga, stop being a bitch. Sorry, guys. But...
You got paid a bunch of money and you voided your guarantees on your contract. Like, no, we're not. Don't bring that in. You know that doesn't work here. Arizona State alum, Brandon Ayuk.
Sorry, guys. All right. Anyways, it's the defense.
The defense, I think there's a lot we can do here.
Yeah.
lot we can do on defense right here. Raiders need defensive tackles. Tierre Tart, Logan Hall, pay them both right now. Solves the problem at defensive tackle, right? Then you have Hemingway and Pegues behind there. Tierre Tart, undrafted free agent, playing really good football for the Chargers. Logan Hall, he's like in the top third of defensive tackles and pressures this year. 25 years old, plays for Tampa. I wonder if we have any connections to the Tampa organization. Yes, we do. He's good. Logan Hall is good. And then on the edge, Joseph Osai, he's on a bad Bengals defense, but he's pretty good. Also young, a guy that maybe you bet you pay him a year early, perhaps, before the big year. Boye Mafe, always in the backfield for Seattle. Kyle Van Noy is a good veteran to have. Another Reno guy. He's just like he's good, man. Kyle Van Noy just gets sacks wherever he goes. Pause. But the and then linebackers, EJ Speed, great cover linebacker. Raiders
I like EJ Speed.
They don't have that. He's 235 pounds, but he can drop back and cover. This is a problem that the Raiders have had for forever. I mean, like they've never done. Justin Sternad, I believe is how you say it, for the Broncos. I have a feeling they're going to have to let him go. I just don't know that they're going to be able to pay him. And he's been playing really well for them. And Caden Ellis, that guy just finds the damn football anywhere he goes for the Falcons. Good kind of hybrid edge off-ball linebacker player. Always around the football. Tackle machine, but the tackles matter. It's not just because they threw the ball 5 yards in front of him for a first down. Like Devin White, this guy's a tackle machine. I'm telling you, if you brought me 3 of these guys on this list right now, the Raiders defense is better. Like just better. And I don't think it puts them in the hole contract-wise for anything. These guys can play. Nakobe Dean's going to cost you $20 million a year. And they can do it. Devin Lloyd's the same way, right? Those guys are going to cost you a lot of money. They've had one good season.
Corey
Littleton. Everybody was excited when we started signing Corey Littleton. I'm a little scared of that. These guys have actually had better careers, in my opinion.
What about Leo Chenal?
Very good player. I'd think about it.
I just noticed because I looked up the free agents list. And I looked at it because he's 25.
Yeah,
Leo's pretty good grades too. I was looking at his grades.
Yeah, Wisconsin guy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's another one. Good. I'm telling you, grab me a couple of these. I'm telling you, linebacker class is deep in the draft and in free agency.
Yeah,
the Raiders need to fix linebacker this offseason. It's not going to be that hard to do.
Yeah, bring in some of these guys, man. You can bring in if you bring in like Leo Chenal. I mean, linebackers don't get that much money, so I mean, maybe you could bring in Nakobe Dean for a good price.
I think he's going to be like 15 or 16. Which again, I'm not saying the Raiders can't afford it. It's just he hasn't. Nakobe Dean's having a good year this year, in his first year with snaps, which is good. But he's going to be paid as though he's the top linebacker in the class. So it's just you have to think about it. You just got to think about it. Quincy Williams is another one. I put that on the list. Quincy Williams for the Jets is a damn good player. That's Quinnen's brother. Yeah, he's good. Like there's a lot of really good. I mean, you could bring in Alex Anzalone. He's good. I mean, Matt Milano's a little injury prone, but I mean, hey, he's good. If you want to give him a prove it deal. Guys like Kenneth Murray are not very good. That's just a classic Raider linebacker who just can't cover, and makes a couple big tackles for losses that make you think they're kind of good. But other than that, it's a really, really good. I mean, like I said, EJ Speed, these guys are good players, man. They've been good players for a long time. And they're still got some tread on the tires, in my opinion.
All right. Secondary.
Man, I love this right here. Alohi Gilman got traded to the Ravens. The Chargers traded him to the Ravens. That's so crazy to me this year that they did that. He's a good player. And you're talking about 2 playoff teams, maybe. The Ravens might not even make the playoffs. But like Chargers traded him for that. Kevin Byard, go watch Geno Smith try to play football with Kevin Byard on the field. Go ahead.
He made the Pro Bowl this year, bro. He might be all
because of that game, probably. But no, the guy takes the ball away. The guy takes the ball away. He'd be a better version of Remember when the Raiders had Reggie Nelson, who wasn't good, but he had picks, right? Kevin Byard's a guy who gets picks, but he's good, And Jalen Thompson's another one, good player. Jaquan Brisker.
That's a good one.
The Bears definitely have the money to pay him. and they could. In fact, I expect them to.
I bet they let Brisker go because it's safeties. The NFL is not high in safeties.
Yeah, exactly. He is like 25 years old right now, and he's been playing good. I mean, I'll take both the Bears safeties on this team right now. No problem. Corner, Greg Newsome, Josh Jobe for Seattle, who's been up and down, admittingly. But I like to just grab a couple. I care about corner as a room more than I care about one corner a lot. Like, to me, like, I want to make the Raiders cornerback room good. Cordell Flott, I expect the Giants to pay him because they have money.
You think so?
But if they don't,
I don't.
Dog.
That's who I want too. I want Chris Johnson, Cordell Flott, and then, to be honest, I want Chris Johnson to play in the slot because Chris Johnson tackles so well. And you have Chris Johnson guard people in the slot, Darian Porter outside, Cordell Flott. I've been thinking about this all day, Glenn. I've been watching Cordell
because you played corner, you know.
Like, because I could just easily Chris Johnson, I could easily just move him inside. He could play inside. I saw him guard some 6'5" dude at California inside, and he just tackles so fucking well. So, and I can get Cordell Flott, Darian Porter, those guys outside. Cordell Flott's having a really good year for the Giants. Like, the Raiders can really fix his defense really quickly. That's why I get mad at the quarterback away thing. We can pay these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, like, this is the good class. I mean, I'm saying, like, grab me a few players off that list I just gave right there, and the Raiders are better, especially on defense. Like, the offensive line too. Like, if you're a free agent, I'll tell you right now. If your free agency class is this, right? Like, let's just say I'm going to be realistic about it, right? Everybody's got their list, and it's always the top 10 players, and I want my team to sign. But let's be real. Let's say the Raiders bring in Logan Hall, EJ Speed, Alohi Gilman, Kevin Byard, Greg Newsome, Cordell Flott. That's like your big name right there. You bring him in. Then you bring in David Edwards, Elijah Vera Tucker, Chris Rodriguez Jr., Austin Corbett, and I'll put it this way: you didn't have this on the list. Marcus Mariota as the backup quarterback. Like, you bring in those right there, we are better. We are a better team. That's a couple wins you added to the team, in my opinion.
To be honest, yeah, I agree with that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We'll get deep dive into free agency once, you know, we get the whole free agency class. But, like, just from looking at from, you know, just an outside perspective, people say that you're missing Tyreek Woolen, but I don't know. I just want the Raiders to draft Chris Johnson. Everyone's been watching Chris Johnson.
I'm so glad you're on board. I feel like I was like, nobody's talking about this guy, but PFF loves him now, so he's gonna get that. Eddie put that. Was it Pete that brought in these lower tier has-been linebackers? I'll tell you right now, Spytech brought in Jermaine Pratt. That was not a bad signing. Pete ran his ass out of the fucking order.
Yeah. Jermaine Pratt's too vocal.
Jermaine Pratt played, and we were asked, and he didn't want to be. He's like, this team sucks. But Jermaine Pratt has been playing damn good football for the Colts since they left. I mean, he's taking the ball away over there. So I don't know. To me, like, I think to me, we're gonna see. I can't say that Spytech's gonna spend a bunch of money. He kind of has to this year. They have a cap floor, but I think when you have Pete Carroll as your coach, you have to. It's weird to do free agency. So if they have a different coach and Spytech's still not spending, then I'll know it's a Spytech problem.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to Patty 707 with his voicemail. I got a couple of voicemails here. Hold
on. This off season, I know a lot of people were obviously going to focus on a quarterback, but there's a few positions I think we really need to address in the draft that you can't address in free agency. Those are number one receiver and a slot cornerback. If you look at free agency, there are a lot of available offensive linemen, linebackers, and safeties. So I think we really need to use a couple high picks, second, third rounders on wide receiver one and slot corner. Keep up the great work, guys. And
All right, nice.
Number one wide receiver. If you run into it in the draft, go get it. I'm just saying I wouldn't prioritize it this year. That's not to say I think that the number one receiver is on the roster, the number one true just outside wide receiver. They might not be on the roster, but I'm fine with that being our issue going into 2027 because you have Brock Bowers. And I want to fix the run game. I want to make sure the run game is clicking on all cylinders. We have a rookie quarterback who's got some good safety nets to throw to. And then in 2027, you go, no, I want to start killing teams. That's what you do. Slot corner, I completely agree. And that can be done. Marcus just solved it. Chris Johnson.
Somebody said I like Keith Abney. Keith Abney is really good too. I do like Keith Abney, but I'm just thinking like Keith Abney would probably be a guy that, you know, you might take a 33-2. But I don't know. Chris Johnson I've never seen a corner tackle like that in a long time.
And he has a skill to take the
ball. And he has
away.
Ball skills.
Yeah.
That's what I like Keith Abney though. I've watched Keith Abney earlier this year when I was doing ASU versus TCU. I like Keith Abney though because I'm an ASU guy. I do like Keith Abney, but you know what I'm saying. Keith Abney did get his ass kicked by Brennan Thompson though from Mississippi State. I will say that.
Yeah.
All right. I got a couple more voicemails here. Let's see voicemails. Let me get some questions here before we get to the Baby Shook finale. What's the next one? My dude, David here. Hold up.
How you doing, guys? It's David O. From Washington. So hey, listen up. So after watching Mendoza game, I kind of realized that one, he's QB1, and also watching more. Now he's QB2 is pretty evident. However, with Mendoza's comparisons, people feel like a Jared Goff, mobile, whatever. I also thought like past comparisons like Matt Ryan and Paulson Palmer. I don't think that's been brought up yet, but I'm not sure what you guys think about it. But anyways, I'm looking forward to this Oregon and Indiana game because I think it's gonna be telling, and I think it actually does matter, even though Mendoza's taking a step, and I think it does matter. So anyways, my question for you guys is that would you guys agree that I'm pretty sure it's set in stone, but we have to see it like this. We have to clear house for whatever rookie QB we have because we can't go in this conundrum of having a GM that doesn't want the QB or like a head coach, a lame duck head coach that has to force to coach QB, i.e. it would be Pete next year. What I'm trying to say is we have a Spytech, Brady, and Mark, and whoever's making decisions know they have to clear this house. They have to restart coaching and get a head coach in there for years to develop this QB. And I think it's going to be offensive minded. This is a good opportunity. Look at Justin Fields. Look at Caleb Williams' situation where they always had different coaches. You know, back in the day when Derek was a rookie, he had that problem too. Mm-hmm. My point is it affects development and it's a good opportunity for the Raiders just to start over. Last 3 years were crap. We have a chance to start over clean, and Mark has to see through those eyes. And I think Brady does, and I think Spytek's not dumb. I think he sees that too. We just have to see it that way. Anyways, appreciate the time, guys. Take care.
Yeah, it's really important that the organization's all on the same page. I think that's a big reason why we're going to be probably picking one and you know, maybe this is a blessing, but you got to fix it for it to be so. Nobody seemed to be on the same page, and you can look at the coaching staff, which I think a lot of us thought was going to be a plus on this team. But you look at the fact that you hire Pete Carroll, and then Chip Kelly, who we can probably say is not a Pete Carroll exact hire, and then but then the offensive line coach is Brendan Carroll, right? So it's like who was calling the shots? And I think there's too many cooks in the kitchen here on this. And I think the privilege the Raiders will have in this offseason is when they're picking at 1. I think there's just like I feel like they'll get to a consensus, right? Like I think Mendoza is going to be the consensus quarterback 1. But like you said in the voicemail, sir, they're going to play each other. This is going to be a crazy game. This Indiana-Oregon game, it's going to be crazy. Mm-hmm. And if Dante Moore goes out and has the better game, I think it's going to be more of a conversation. Now he's going to have to play pretty lights out to get my attention over Mendoza, but I think you're gonna get a lot of I think you're going to get somewhat of a consensus there. My problem is hiring the coach. Who is hiring the coach? Who's doing it?
Yeah.
Is it Tom Brady? Is it John Spytek? In my opinion, John Spytek needs to hire the coach.
I 100% agree with that. Spytek needs to hire the damn coach.
Don't pay him to be the GM. Al Davis was the alpha back in the day because he used to just say, I don't have a GM. I have, for the most part, I'm hiring the guy. So But don't put a GM there as a puppet. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Make sure you have, like, if you have a GM there that's making these draft picks, make sure that they hire the coach.
I agree, dude. I agree with that, man. Spytek needs to be more in control because I really don't think his draft prospects are that bad this year. I want to see what he can do, like with the coach that he can control. That they don't hire an OC that's outside of what they want to do. Right. All this other shit, you know what I mean, that they're trying to do. They need a coach that's on the same page, who brings in his coaching tree. Because, who knows what Pete Carroll would have hired from his coaching tree at offensive coordinator, how this team would have been. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they probably still would have sucked because Devin White's out there and shit like that. But, whatever. It doesn't matter. All right, what day 2 or day 3 prospects do you guys like that are in the playoffs?
I haven't gone that far, to be honest. I'll tell you one guy. I'm just. Somebody asked me the question earlier, who's the Notre Dame guy? And I'll tell you, Notre Dame safeties seem to pan out in the NFL. They at least become solid starters. So Adon Shuler, Shuler, I believe is how you spell his last name. I haven't seen him getting any top 100 buzz, but he's just a damn good football player. Come down in the box and hit you, but can also take the ball away. Very explosive. Can take the ball to the house. I like him a lot. I think also, to me, I think Jacob Rodriguez is going to be a day 3 guy. A lot of people think he's going to be day 2. A lot of people think he's going to be day 1. I just think I think Jacob Rodriguez will be a good player to get on day 3 because I know at least on day 3 he's going to play special teams and be good. I just know that for that's going to happen, but I don't know a lot about day 2 and day 3 at this point. I'm usually probably at this point I'm in the top 60, and you might be further ahead of me on this one.
Yeah, for Indiana, Omar is really wide receivers besides this. It's Surratt, Omar Cooper. I'm looking at ESPN. They're saying D'Angelo Pounds, the safety Amrik Farrell. Those guys are pretty good. Mm-hmm. And they got to tackle Carter Smith. They say he's going to go round 2. That's for Indiana. Miami is the one with the teams. Miami has, for day 2, they have like Keontae Scott.
Mesidor, maybe.
Mesidor.
CJ Daniels is another one, too.
Yeah, CJ Daniels. Those type of guys are there for, in the late 2nd, 3rd round, though. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably some guys I'm missing. Like, I know Ole Miss has some really good players because they already got some linebackers, I think. Like, so looking at this, Perkins, Sinistring Perkins, some of those guys like that. But it's not too much right now. It's not. In the playoffs right now? No, it's not.
Yeah. Mesidor's older, so I could see him slipping a little bit. He's kind of like Boye Mafe was, like, where it's like Boye Mafe probably had first round production, but he was older, so you something like that for sure. I could see.
Yeah. Did you guys see the story that Genty wasn't Spytek's pick? What?
How do you know that? Who is telling you that? Like that's what I mean. Like, and who's Tony Pauly? Dude?
Who does he even know anymore?
Is he in The Sopranos? Who's that?
He went to the mob restaurant in New York. He was like, you heard, like, yeah, Spytek, he didn't take Genty.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? They took Genty. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I just love this one because this dude's really mad that they lost Cam Miller, man.
I'm mad that they took him. That's my thing. I want a Kyle Manon guy. And before anybody says, Glenn, you're just saying that because he's good for Chicago. No, he was in my mock drafts for TDL round 5.
Yeah, he was.
I had him at round 5. Rutgers running back. I was like, get him. And everyone's like, we should have taken him over Genty. No, we should have taken both of them because your alternative is Tommy Millott and Cam Miller, who are not Raiders right now.
All right, Adam Stenavich, the Green Bay OC.
They seem to be doing something with quarterbacks over there.
That's true.
To be doing something with quarterbacks over there. And if you're bringing in an OC, and if you're a person that has questions about Mendoza with too many RPOs and stuff, which is not a question for me, but sure, let's say that it is. I think Stenavich is good at taking quarterbacks and making them into NFL quarterbacks. Stenavich, and he has Sean Mannion, who I'd want to bring over as my OC, and I'd give him for that offense. He's quarterback coach right now. And if Stenavich was your head coach for the Raiders, I'd bring in Sean Mannion, former Oregon State legend, in my opinion. For if you brought him in, they clearly know what they're doing with quarterbacks. Wouldn't be a bad hire.
Yeah. Jim Schwartz is D coordinator. You have to have the corners for DC because he plays so much man. He thinks he's in the 90s still.
Why would he leave Cleveland to be DC here?
Well, Stefanski gets fired.
So Stefanski gets fired. Why do we have Jim Schwartz?
I don't know.
That's a lateral move, and I'm not hiring him to be head coach. So, no. To me, if you're telling Jim Schwartz over there, you're not the problem in Cleveland. You're in Cleveland. You're making DC money. You're not the problem, and you get to coach Myles Garrett. No, I'm good. Yeah, if I were him, I'd say no thanks.
What are the chances the Ravens would be willing to trade Lamar?
They'll fire Harbaugh before they trade Lamar, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with that. That's just stupid.
Yeah, it'd be dumb. And to be honest, Lamar's injuries are starting to rack up a little bit.
They are. Yeah. How did Nate Hobbs do this year? I don't know.
He was okay. I don't think I was never that mad about losing him.
What do you guys think of Josh McCown as OC?
I don't know much about him. I mean, I remember when he was quarterback here many, many years ago. I remember when he caught a bunch of passes as wide receiver that one year. That was crazy. And then, so he's with Minnesota right now, right?
I thought he was with Carolina.
Was he with Carolina? Okay. This is I don't know much about him. I like this trend of quarterbacks that they're young coaches at this point, but quarterbacks that played a long time. They seem to be pretty good at coaching quarterbacks.
Yeah, you're right. He's with the Vikings. You're right.
I thought he was with KOC right now because they're big as hell, both those dudes. I've never seen them on the sideline. Like, these dudes are huge. I could see McCown being able to coach. I mean, you have to understand the Raiders are doing something that they haven't done for a long time. They're going to be bringing in a first-round quarterback. Feel pretty confident in saying this. So you have to make sure your coaching staff makes this work. And I don't know. Are they making JJ work over there? They're good with veterans. Are they? I
mean, he just had his moments.
He's had his moments. I agree with you. I'm not against it. I'm not against it, but I don't expect it. I guess is what I'm saying.
Do we re-sign Eric Stokes?
If Robert Saleh is the head coach, Eric Stokes gets re-signed.
Yeah, they said what's a good contract extension for it? I don't know, but yeah, it all depends on who's because he can't. He's been hitting all years, guys. Let's just keep it real.
I just think if you're playing like similar coverage as to what the Raiders are doing, then yes, I do it. If you're not, I'll tell you right now, if they hire Brian Flores as head coach, hell no.
Yeah. If they hire Chris Shula, because Chris Shula, they play cover 3 40% of the time too.
There you go.
Chris Shula.
And a contract would be like 2 years, $20 million, 10 million a year. I would give him. Yeah, and that seems like a lot, but that's not a lot nowadays, to be honest.
Momotan gives shout out.
Shout out. Slide through Friday Night Live, Mo.
Yeah. Come through, Mo. Come through.
Yeah, slide through.
All right. No. Kyrie Elam, no thanks. He's one of my favorite combine interviews, but he obviously did not live up to that. Marvin Harrison, would he be available?
They're saying they've been making him like a healthy scratch. Not healthy scratch. People are suspecting that he's a healthy scratch. I think that they think they're going to get like a second-round pick for him, and I wouldn't. I would not give up a second-round pick for Marvin Harrison Jr. at the moment. I would give up a fourth-round pick for Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
But they're not trading him for a fourth-round pick.
Third at the highest.
But we're talking Raiders third, which is a second-round pick at this point. So no, in my opinion, fourth round pick, I do it. Yes, fourth round pick because I'm pretty confident whatever I pick in the fourth round is not going to be as good as Marvin Harrison Jr. So yes, I would do that.
All right. If Arch could come out, is he QB1? Yeah. Arch, man. Have you guys seen him as a talent?
Yeah, he would, but I feel like he'd be like, but not the Raiders. Although, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you got Tom though. Like,
yeah.
That's what the media. No, that's what the media would do is if Arch Manning came out, they'd be like, should he pull an Eli? That's what the media would do.
I think they're telling him to stay in college. I think they want him to stay in college. I bet you Arch wants to come out. Like, I bet you Arch wants to come out and play football. But they're probably saying, like, no, you need one more year. Yeah, he would be quarterback one. But I'll tell you, I do like Mendoza a lot, man. I think Mendoza's kind of a dog, man.
I'm sorry, Glenn. I'm taking Arch Manning.
I know. I wouldn't hate it.
Like, he's got some issues. Like, maybe he's got some issues with like feet and shit like that. We'll fix that, man. You got a cannon. You can run. We'll fix it. That's how I look at Arch Manning. Go ahead. Come out, Arch. Oh man. Anyways, all right. So looks like we got through all the questions. So it's time, Glenn. It's Baby Strict voicemail time.
All right.
So, all right. Let's get it. Let's get this. Let me get these up here. Start with number one.
What up, Marcus? What up, Glenn? What up, Matt? I know I don't need to explain myself, but I will, due to me not being or chiming in on last week's live. And the reason is because my baby mama showed up unexpectedly, thinking that she was going to catch me slipping, because she thought somebody else was going to be at the pad. That wasn't the case.
Okay.
All I wanted to do was watch her live peacefully.
I was worried about that.
I just wanted to interrupt my peace. You know, all she really wanted to do was claim her little space in my medicine cabinet by leaving her toothbrush behind. That's all she wants to do.
They be doing that.
Yeah, they do. They do.
With somebody else. You know, one of the best things I ever did was actually allow her to, you know, catch me cheating on her. Because what I soon learned after that.
What does this do football?
He's a coach. He knows ball, though. Yeah,
she loved me more. Every time I did something wrong, she loved me more. That's something you guys should try to do, Marcus, Glenn, Matt.
Okay.
All three of you guys are squares and don't have the balls to do it.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Anyway,
he's right. He agree.
I want to talk about, enough about me.
Enough about you.
But I want to talk about last week's live.
Okay.
And the message I was trying to get across, and you guys missed, was how rare it was, or how rare it is, to have 3 kids on the same roster make it to the league, and the 4th one make it to the MLB.
What the fuck?
You know how rare that is, Mark? You know how rare that is, Glenn? When was the last time you guys coached any kid that made it to the league? Yeah, I'll wait. But I can't wait too long, because if I hold my breath that long, I'll be dead. But anyway, I want to talk about that deep dive I asked you to do, Marcus, because you didn't understand my question. See, that's the problem with America nowadays.
It is.
What I was trying to get you to do was do a deep dive on every position need.
We gotta do that today. Though.
22 damn positions on each side of the ball, if you understand that, Marcus. Do a deep dive, the top players on those positions coming out of the draft, and what players you really think it is that the Raiders have a chance of getting.
I mean,
good suggestion, Marcus.
That's some March shit, though, man. I'm gonna give you real. Like, that's some March shit. You got to give me till March. I gotta watch these guys before I can.
Can't wait till March.
I guess not, man. I guess not. So that was number 1. We got 4 of these guys.
My goodness.
they get better. Trust me.
My goodness.
Play them in a row. So
I do not accept the charges.
I'm crazy and not knowing what I'm talking about. point I was trying to make about that deep dive is, need you to do a deep dive on the top 5 positions, our top players coming out, top 5 players coming out on each position, and who the Raiders actually have a chance of getting.
Okay.
And
we did.
I noticed on the chat.
We did.
A few people on there talking some trash. The shortest wide receiver, just another DJ, California.
He's doing diss tracks to the voicemail. He's doing
Big STD 745.
745.
000.
He's doing diss tracks.
Or Geelan 7481. CMV 10. I see you guys clowning. You know damn well you guys wouldn't say nothing to Baby Suge live in the flesh like that.
My goodness.
You guys need to hit the damn like button. That's what you need to do. Marcus, appreciate you guys, man. Stop getting irritated by my long voicemails because they're legendary. Everybody wants to hear them. Everybody wants to know what Baby Suge has on his mind. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the real. And hey, one last thing, Marcus. I still need you guys to explain to me why Mendoza's a quarterback.
Already did.
Why we should go after him.
Already did. You didn't want to hear it.
Generational type quarterback. And now I know you, Glenn. You always bickering about using the term generational type quarterback, but that's what we need. We need somebody to stick around for 10 years.
Better wait 10 years, Chug.
Dan Marino, Joe Montana.
Joe Montana's a 4th-round pick, first of all.
Eli Manning, Drew Brees.
Yeah, we need
those quarterbacks.
Aiden O'Connell, then, I guess.
Stay around for 10 years. That type of quarterback is what we need, Glenn. Open your mind, Glenn. Think a little bit. All right? And Marcus, when you guys did that little session on the player from Georgia Tech and Oregon, I heard your little baby running around in the background. You looking all scared like he was going to jump in on the video.
That's Matt's kid.
You look scared like the feds were going to knock down your door. Man, tell your baby mama to get that baby under control.
That's Matt's baby, man. That's Matt's baby.
Answer all my damn questions, Marcus.
What is going on?
Appreciate you guys. You guys are the real. Soon enough, I'm going to drop my...
Oh, we got more. So that's Matt's kid, man. That's Matt's kid. I ain't got no babies, don't worry, man. I'm done with that. Here we go.
Number 3. So make sure you play him in the role.
It's voicemail number 3.
I'm crazy and not know what I'm talking about. The point I was trying to make was pretty soon I'm gonna drop a photo of myself in that TDL sweater that I got for free. Well, paid over $300 for it, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna tweet that out. You're gonna see a live photo of Baby Suge.
Okay.
Wearing that TDL sweater. Anyway, man, today is Christmas Day.
This
time to worship our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Marcus is a Muslim or something. Glenn, you look like a Mormon or something.
Damn, man.
I don't know what you guys believe in, but that's my king. Anyway.
First time I agree with Suge, and then he tells me that.
Time to get back to the show.
Yeah.
With you guys.
My goodness.
Oh.
My goodness. The first time I agree with him, I'm like, he said something right, and he's like, you look like you don't believe in that. I was like, yeah, okay, we don't agree on anything now. Oh, my God.
He called you a Mormon, man.
I love Jesus. My gosh. I was praying to him for all 9 minutes of that.
Oh.
Gosh. Oh, good. My. Wow. Raiders need to start winning some damn.
Yeah, we need Baby Suge. He said Glenn looks like a Mormon.
I look like a Mormon. I'm drinking beer on a podcast.
Oh, man. I don't know, man. Maybe you and your wife might get that planet. Glenn.
Yeah, we got that planet. Yeah. Don't you worry about how I got that planet. But we, Yeah, don't worry about that planet. Yeah. I'm Elder Glenn. I'm Elder Glenn. I went to BYU.
Yeah. Elder Glenn.
You know, all those Mormons that love Notre Dame. You know.
Exactly.
You know that. Yeah.
Glenn has his special underwear on right now.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta stop.
Yeah.
We gotta stop.
We're
We gotta stop, guys.
You and my wife are gonna soak right after this. Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah,
We're done. We're done.
First off, let's go get Steve Young then. Yeah, I agree. Generational. We got to wait around for the next Steve Young.
There's a guy who plays number 47 at BYU.
Yeah, Bear Bachmeyer. And you know what? He's Catholic. He's from Thai. He's Thai and Catholic. That was tripping me out. I saw that.
See. Look, this is a different rant. BYU be cheating. They get that black dude.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
That dude is not Mormon.
Yeah, Puka too. Come on.
Y'all cheating, bro.
Puka is not Mormon. Just because he's Samoan is not Mormon. He has like 6 baby mamas.
Nah, BYU, you can't cheat. They got some African dude out there just dunking. He's number one pick. Like, nah, that's cheating. Yeah. Nah, he ain't Mormon, bro. Like, y'all cheating.
That crumble cookie money is crazy.
I guess so, man. I guess so.
You cannot say no to the crumble cookie money. Yeah, no, I am not Mormon. Unfortunately, my Sundays, I cannot come up. I would not be watching Raiders football on Sundays if I was Mormon. I'd be like, what do we need done at the church? What do we need done? Can I do anything other than watch this horrible team?
Yeah. All right. So
Doug Jolly. Shout out Doug Jolly. By the way.
We got one more. We got one more of a Baby Sugar voice. Huh?
Oh gosh. What? Come on, dude. Is this Cricket wireless this time?
Yeah.
Did he Boost Mobile chirp us?
Yeah. Yeah. He's mad that we didn't do Friday Night Live last week.
I know that Mormons are Samoan, but Puka is not a Mormon Samoan. He's a different kind of guy, man. Like I'm just saying, like Puka.
You in the Aiden Ross show? He's not Mormon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that Mormons, like Kyle Van Noy is a Mormon. You know what I'm saying? Like those, like you know what I'm saying? Like you see different kind of Samoan cats. Fred Warner is Mormon. I think he went to BYU. I mean, you know, it's just it's crazy. But yeah, this is it's a tell. You seem to know a lot about Mormonism, Baby Shug.
I know, man.
Why did one of those kids go pro on one of your teams? Go to BYU?
With the BYU, man? They went pro?
Yeah. It was a Bear, but did you coach Bear Bachmeyer? Or Zach Wilson? Did you coach Zach Wilson?
Oh man, gosh. All right, guys. All right, so let's do this raffle. Let's do the raffle here, guys. Let's do the raffle. Let's get the raffle going here. Did I miss any names? I feel like I got every name in here. Let me scroll up here. I got a lot of names here. I feel like I got every single one. Did I miss anybody? Let me know if I missed anybody's name here. Anybody? Did I miss you? I don't think I did. I think I even got Sebastian. Here's the last one. I got Sebastian. Anybody? I think we're good. I think I did a good job this time. Keep it up. All right. So here we go. We're gonna do two. We're gonna do two here. Here we go. Boom.
Ruben, he's got that one. You can tell.
Yeah.
He owns that whole part of the wheel.
Yeah. All right. So Ruben won. So we're gonna take Ruben out. Or remove all instances of Ruben here. All right. So next one here. So Ruben, hit me up. I always appreciate you. You always support the channel anyways too. So I appreciate you, Ruben. So you deserve to win there. All right, one more. Here we go. Will Blast.
I'm
Will Blast. There we go, Will.
Yeah.
All right, so Ruben and Will Blast, you guys both want a hat, so hit me up for that. And we're good with that. So guys, appreciate you guys supporting the channel. It's everybody who supported and donated to us. We got like 620 in here.
Wow.
Today,
a lot of
it's
sickos.
a big Friday.
A
lot of sickos.
Yeah.
A lot of sickos. I see. We're just because we're not talking about the team. We didn't do over under today. I feel like this is why.
Under.
Yeah, we didn't do over under today.
Under. Raiders lose 31-10.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we are out of here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow with a draft episode. So be able to look out for that. Check out for that. And then, of course, Sunday will be with the instant reaction for the last game of the season.
The last one. It's finally
the last one. And then it's mock draft time for us, Glenn.
That's going to be fun. I'm excited at that point.
I'm kind of excited about that too, man. I'm kind of excited about the mock drafts.
Me too.
I'm excited.
Head coaching hire reactions. We have a lot.
Yeah. I mean, Black Monday might be exciting for us. We got to be ready for Monday. You know what I mean?
I agree. That's true because that might be just stats, baby. Which
it might be. It's just Black Monday, baby.
Yeah.
Fired, baby. Just fired, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. So, fun stuff. The season's finally over. My goodness.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. Hit the like button, guys, and support the channel. Thank you guys for joining us, and we're out of here. Peace.
See you guys.